GSBA's Business and Humanitarian Awards recognize the Nonprofit of the Year finalists. Blue Mountain Heart to Heart is a community-based organization in Walla Walla, Washington, whose mission is to promote public health with advocacy, education, harm reduction, and support for individuals across the spectrum on HIV prevention and care. Through their efforts, they hope to encourage an environment of dignity and improved quality of life for the entire community through social connectedness and support, arts and culture, access to resources, and leadership development. Spectrum Center is a LGBTQIA2S+ community center in Spokane, Washington. Their mission is to create a safe, intersectional, intergenerational LGBTQIA2S+ community gathering space that celebrates a resilient, healthy community through social connectedness and support, arts and culture, access to resources, and leadership development. Meet our third finalist and the recipient of GSBA's Nonprofit of the Year Award, Asian Counseling and Referral Service.
Hi, I'm Michael Bian. I'm the Executive Director for Asian Counseling and Referral Service. ACRS is a social justice organization that is rooted in community, and we are addressing disparities and inequities as it relates to human services and the needs of our Asian, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities. I am on the shoulders of amazing giants in our community. ACRS's founders were these really passionate, very community involved, social justice minded individuals who saw that there were major disparities in our communities as it relates to mental health. As a result of their concerns, they organized and gathered leaders and community members and advocated to advance the health and well-being of our communities. So ACRS today is a multi-service, comprehensive health and human service organization that continues to look back on our roots in social justice. I've been with the organization since December of 2018, and since then, we have seen so much challenge and crisis within our communities. I'm really honored to be able to work alongside passionate community members as we collectively work towards addressing the negative impacts of this pandemic, as well as address the heightened increase in hate and bias against the Asian community. And certainly it's been very challenging, but one of the things that's been so promising and rewarding and hopeful is the way that community comes together to work together to combat hate and bias in our community, as well as address the negative aspects of this pandemic. ACRS is really honored to be able to work with community-based organizations, small and large, formal and informal, in the way that we've been able to come together. So things that I'd like to highlight and lift up are the work of grassroots mutual aid groups, informal networks that have worked to address needs around food security, assistance to help people get from place to place safely, and also just really centering community-based solutions to address ways that we can minimize or eliminate the hate and bias that is in our community as it relates to this pandemic. As an organization, we would be so grateful for folks who are interested to provide their talents, their any kind of support. And so there's volunteer opportunities at our organization. You also have an opportunity to participate in some of our key events coming up. We have an event during the spring which focuses on food insecurity, and during the fall we focus on just critical needs areas and raising funds to support them. So people can visit www.acrs.org, and you can also follow us on all the major social media. We're really grateful to GSBA for recognizing ACRS as Nonprofit of the Year. And part of that comes with important responsibilities. And as an organization that focuses on people who are at the most impacted or marginalized in our communities, I think there are definitely some very deep connections and ties with our LGBTQ community, as well as with our Asian and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander communities. So one of the most critical thing for us is to continue to work in solidarity, as well as with other communities, especially the BIPOC communities in general.